Halo Anniversary. I know for many people in the audience, you may not have played the original game. And really what we wanted to do with Halo Anniversary was remake the original Halo Combat Evolved and to just completely remaster the graphics and audio and just sort of bring it back to life as to how it was from 10 years ago. But first, let me explain how important Halo Combat Evolved was to Xbox in general 10 years ago. You know, that game, Halo Combat Evolved, revolutionized FPS, the first-person shooter games on the Xbox specifically, and really on the consoles in general. You see, prior to Halo Combat Evolved, most people played their shooters really on PC. And when Bungie developed Halo Combat Evolved, what they did was they finally figured out the control scheme and figured out gameplay that made it work. And suddenly, the first-person shooter game was so much fun on the console. And it was that gameplay mechanic that was so very important. And so when we started thinking about how to remake the game, the most important thing for us was to make sure that we didn't change the gameplay. We wanted to keep it identical to how it was 10 years ago, because that's what people remember. And so the way that we did this was we took the original game code, and to it we attached an updated graphics and audio engine. And really what this did was enable us to do exactly what we were hoping. Provide that exact same gameplay that made Halo so special to begin with. And then we're able to completely remaster the graphics and bring everything up to a 360 quality, as well as the audio. So when we were in development of this, we realized that we needed to test it. That sure, we'd be able to look at the game and see how well it looked and how pretty it was, but we needed to verify that it was playing identical to how it was 10 years ago. And so we started running the old game engine at the same time as the new game engine. And we just ran both engines at the same time. And we created a mechanism to go back and forth between the two of them. We called it Classic Mode. And really what that was at any point in time, you can hit the back button and you can see what the game looked like 10 years ago. And it's a magical feature. Suddenly when we first saw it, we realized this can't just be for test. This has to actually be with the game. And so we immediately went to work to make sure that we could get it to work very well in the actual gameplay. You know what better way to actually talk about it than just show it to you. So, David, if you could just hop in there. So the level that we're going to be showing you today is the third level of the game. It's called Truth and Reconciliation. Now this is a level that we haven't shown to many people, and so you guys will be one of the first to actually get to see this live and in person here. Now this is a nighttime mission, it's a sniper mission, and it's a very good area to see what it looks like before and after. And as David comes up, we're actually going to be starting in old. So what you guys are going to be looking at is going to be graphics from 10 years ago. This is Halo Combat Evolved of 10 years ago. Now as you can see, it's a lot of low-res textures, but for its time, it was a very great-looking game. And one of the things that we love to do is walk around, find just that perfect spot, and then when we can, we flip back and take a look. So we'll let David go and find a really good spot here. So here's what it looked like 10 years ago, and here's what it looks like today. A significant difference. As you can tell, we're able to really bring everything back to life. And the best part is you can do this at any point in time. While you're playing a grenade, or while you're throwing a grenade, you can just hit the back button and actually watch it land in a new mode. And you can especially see it in items like the Marines, the characters. You know, how the characters were shaped 10 years ago. Significant difference. And really what we say is that at the touch of a button, you can see 10 years of gaming technology just all right in front of you. It's a magical feature and actually quite addictive. And we invite you to go play it after this. Go check it out and have a lot of fun. But really, we didn't want to just up-res graphics, provide you a neat switching mode, put it in the box and be done. We really wanted to add a lot more value. And what you've just seen was what's called a skull. Now, Halo skulls have become somewhat common in the franchise. Over the years, what we do is we have hidden skulls throughout the game, and once you find them, you can turn them on. You can change your gameplay. Now this is a great way for us to let users change their gameplay while still having the opportunity or choice to leave the gameplay as it existed 10 years ago if that's how they wanted to enjoy it. And so what we've done is we've hidden several skulls all throughout the game. And David right now is playing what's called Grunt Birthday Party. And anytime he shoots a grunt in the head, it's going to explode like a confetti, like a party. And you'll hear children's laughter. Additionally, beyond skulls, you'll finally be able to do your Xbox 360 achievements in Halo Combat Evolved. You know, this game has been played by so many people for so long over the last 10 years, and they haven't had that opportunity to get those achievements. So we actually created some really, really unique achievements in the game, and we're excited for people to get out there and start getting them. Along with achievements, you're absolutely going to be able to enjoy co-op over live. It's become a staple for the Halo franchise, and it's certainly going to be enjoyable here. And actually, if you have a friend in the audience that you want to play with, certainly, when you're over there tomorrow, or I'm sorry, after the demo here, step in and play. You can play co-op over live here if you'd like. Along with co-op over live,
if you feel like you've seen everything there is to see in the original Halo, hopefully we've put a few surprises in there that will, well, not change the experience, but make it feel fresh and new all over again. The question I got a lot is like, well, Kinect didn't exist 10 years ago, and you said you weren't changing the gameplay, so what's going on? The approach to Kinect is actually very similar to our approach to 3D. 3D doesn't work in classic mode, and the reason is there were no 3D TVs 10 years ago, so we wanted to be very conscientious of that. Obviously, Kinect didn't exist 10 years ago, so we wanted to be careful about that.
Kinect for me is actually a really good surprise feature.
So we've got a number of voice commands throughout the course of the game, things like grenade, reload. At the point during the game when you're playing, you can say analyze, and this mode comes up where you can almost capture items. So you move your cursor over, say, an elite or a grunt, and in the library, you can go in there and see the things you've captured, move the model around in 3D, and it gives you a bit of a breakdown and explanation of what those characters are. This is a project that was made by the fans, for the fans.
And I'd be really interested to hear from people who've never played Halo before, what their first experience of this ostensibly 10-year-old game is, and how they feel it sits in the pantheon of modern FPS games.
Halo has that epic feel, and getting to play that again is like playing Halo all over for the first time. I hope people have that amazing experience themselves.
As you just saw, we just witnessed the campaign for Halo Anniversary. We're really excited to share that with everyone today. We have stations set up with the games where you'll be able to experience campaign. We're going to be showing off the first 3 missions of Halo, and we want to encourage everyone to find a station, sit down and play, enjoy. Also, the stations have multiplayer, and our new firefight mission, the multiplayer component of Halo Anniversary, is, as I mentioned, a new firefight mission, which is based on a campaign space from the original Halo. We also, in addition to that, we have 6 multiplayer maps that are based on kind of like the greatest hits of Halo multiplayer that hasn't been released on 360 up to this point. So if you've played Halo games before, you'll recognize a lot of these spaces. But we've really done a lot to, of course, take advantage of the graphics available to us using the Reach multiplayer engine. Along with the multiplayer, you know, we talked about achievements. You'll have a 1,000 gamer score that you can get throughout the campaign of Halo Anniversary. In addition to that, we just announced the 250 achievement score for multiplayer. So if you buy the entire game, you'll be able to unlock up to 1,250 out of the box gamer score for Halo Anniversary. So I want to encourage everyone just to have fun today and play and enjoy. We also will be utilizing through Waypoint, which Dennis just mentioned. We're unleashing something called custom challenges. If you've played Halo Reach multiplayer before, we have a series of daily and weekly challenges that you can unlock credits to upgrade your armor, in-game armor. So the custom challenges kind of takes that power out of our hands into you, the player. You'll be able to select a variety of options, come up with challenges, and then send them to your friends. And you'll be able to unlock in-game credits in addition. And that's all through updated HaloWaypoint.com and Halo Waypoint on mobile device and the Xbox 360. That'll be hitting a day and date on November 15th with Halo Anniversary. So we're gonna kind of hop off stage here and hand it over to you, because today is really all about you, the player, getting a chance to play and enjoy the game. As I mentioned, we have several stations set up around the area. We have a 3D station set up on the back wall here in the middle. encourage you to come by for a few minutes, check it out. Also, if you want to play co-op with someone, we can set that up for you. Either find Dennis, myself, or any of the other staff around here, and we'll do our best to make sure you have a good time.
Thank you very much.